You're exactly right, Cynthia. You know, there is something about the familiarity of coming to the same campus day in and day out, knowing what to expect day in and day out that is comforting, even to kids who claim they don't like school very much. So the question is, what happens when that refuge is no longer recognizable?
There is something about psyche and the mental image of seeing those schools in that disrepair.
Think about a school day. It's built around schedules, routines, predictability.
That building, when you lose that, it symbolizes consistency and safety. And so that loss or that damage is really hard for a kid.
Over the last 72 hours, unpredictability has been the only constant. Yet even though 3 Dallas schools were almost leveled by a tornado Sunday night, thousands of kids were back in class Wednesday morning.
I feel like a proud papa.
Warriors. That's how the Dallas superintendent described teachers, principals, and administrators inside his district for finding alternate campuses, figuring out food and buses and classrooms and supplies, and trying to provide normalcy when nothing feels normal at all.
Denial, anger, grief, and acceptance. I had to go through all 4 of those in an hour. But these kids have been through some of those are in various stages. When they get to acceptance, now the day-to-day grind about how we do this is going to set in.
It's jarring for all of us.
Susan Hoff used to be a public school teacher and counselor. Now she's with the United Way. She says we need to admit to children that this is hard and scary. We need to admit we're all sad, but reinforce we are resilient. That's the message she says the kids need. Maybe us adults need it too.
And you know, and if we haven't said thank you to our teachers and our administrators and our superintendent, now would be the time to do so.
And thank you doesn't even seem like strong enough words to express how much gratitude we have for everyone in DISD trying to get these students back to a sense of normalcy. Now, Dealey, Pershing, Kramer elementary schools at this hour are the only DISD schools that are left with no power, and the superintendent is hoping that the lights come back on at those campuses by tonight. Chris, Cynthia, back to you.